No, did you meet with Sam at all? And what are your thoughts on the collapse? Obviously, outright fraud.
Yeah.
And there's some that are trying to pin it on the digital assets, the blockchains, the cryptos themselves. But this was commingling of funds and wire fraud and so forth.
Yeah, and I do want to, before I did meet with him, and I want to touch on that, but that is, again, part of our challenge is trying to explain to people what the underlying technology and the blockchain technology, which is going to help not just finances, real estate, medical records, all those things, that technology that has enabled crypto is different than crypto.
Right.
And they don't necessarily know that or see that or understand that. And so I felt like that's been part of my job, is to go out and explain to my constituents that, this technology is a very valuable technology, and we cannot just offload the technology because we had this terrible, bad situation of fraud happen with FTX. So a year ago in December, SBF was coming into the committee along with a couple of other folks because I was the senior person on the subcommittee that has jurisdiction. Mm-hmm. They requested a meeting. It was going to be a 30-minute meeting immediately before the hearing that he was going to be in. And he was about 15, 20 minutes late. Came in with his dad, actually, and some other staff folks. Now, there's an interesting piece to this because it was part of a question that I asked yesterday, and why I bring his dad up. But his dad is a very prominent Stanford law professor, as is his mother. Yep. And ironically, tax law is one of the things that they teach.
The irony.
And this writes itself. I mean, this is just like, Hollywood. It's unbelievable. And I found him, frankly, to be very arrogant, very sure of himself, very smart, obviously, very, very smart. And subsequently, I've heard some stories of people who had interacted with him on a regular basis, or they had been courting them to invest into him. Some did, some didn't. All of them pretty much had the same story. And one of the stories that came to me sort of illustrating this was when he was asked about whether he had a board of directors or an outside board of advisors. He became very indignant and said that you don't understand how insulting that is to me.
Wow.
Well, you know what? Guess what? Being a math quant is not something everybody can do, but neither is actually running a business.